This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm
I'm
Chris.
Billy.
I'm sorry.
And I'm Zenghilios.
I had like a brain aneurysm there or something. I totally lost my train of thought.
That's what I was like. Am I going? I'm Chris. I'll go. I'm Chris.
Today is Throwback Thursday, or sometimes also referred to as Throwback Thursday. I don't know. Whatever. I'm weird. And on screen right here is Billy failing at making a Fall Guys clone.
Hey, that was a pretty good ripoff, man.
Trip dudes.
I didn't get copy marked, but it still was cool.
So Billy, what do you do on your channel?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Chris. I do a lot of things right now. I'm making a Paper Mario video, and some other Mario content. But I just review Wish.com stuff. I review movies, games. I just review a lot of things and trash a lot of things and have a good time. And then wear CHRILLCAST t-shirts on my channel. But it's a good time, man.
And also had me rediscover the channel Troom, which is still the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
You're welcome. It's terrible.
I always forget it exists, and then somebody says, dude, this is a weird channel. I'm like, oh yeah, that exists. So let's see here. Zenghilios, what do you do on YouTube?
I do tons of reaction videos to DC, Marvel, all the kinds of nerdy stuff in that spectrum. Doing some Halo videos. Those are always a charm. I'm also planning to make a reaction video to Billy's channel now, and I'm not joking. I'm going to do that. I will do that. No
you
joke.
should. That'd be hilarious.
My hero.
This Paper Mario video, I'm coming for you.
Oh, that one's controversial, man.
Uh-oh.
That is what I do. I cause controversial reaction videos.
Now that's what he does.
Now that's what I do.
Before, he just did like really good reactions on superhero shows and Halo. Now he's like, I'm gonna review channels and do reactions to the channel. That's not a bad in-betweener content. Yeah. You should like do a hidden Xperia reaction to a hidden Xperia reaction.
Oh, I should dedicate a surprise video every week.
You're gonna like react to a reaction to a reaction.
Oh yeah, reacception.
And then a year later, you're gonna react to your reaction to your reaction.
Yes, I am.
I've always thought it'd be really funny to react to our first video, so we did it, and like nobody watched that video.
I did that too, the same thing, and no one watched it.
So it was just like it was a really nice video of Will and I like recounting the previous year and like all this other stuff. Like, oh yeah, we'll just react to ourselves. Nope. Nobody watched it.
You guys can link it, boys. I'll watch it both for
There
you.
you go.
Come on.
There you go. All right. So for Throwback Thursday, we're not going to be talking about nostalgic failures. We're going to be talking about Spider-Man.
My boy.
Spider-Man is an action-adventure video game based on the Marvel Comics comic book series The Amazing Spider-Man, which features the fictional superhero. Are you sure he's fictional? I'm pretty sure this is actual history. But anyways,
this is.
Fictional superhero Spider-Man. Although it features the likenesses and same voice actors, it is not based on the animated television shows from the 1990s. It was developed by Neversoft and published by Activision using the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game engine for the PlayStation on August 30th, 2000, which is a fact I did not know. The game was later ported by different developers to various systems, including the Game Boy Color, somehow, and the Nintendo 64 that same year, as well as the Dreamcast and Microsoft Windows in 2001. The game follows Spider-Man as he is framed by a doppelganger, making him a wanted criminal and attempts to clear his name while foiling a symbiote invasion plot orchestrated by Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, and Carnage. The game features villains from the comic books The game features villains from the comics as bosses, including Scorpion, Rhino, Venom, Mysterio, Carnage, and Doc Ock, as well as a Carnage symbiote-possessed Dr. Octopus, who was created exclusively for the game. That's kind of cool. The game was followed by 3 sequels in 2001, Spider-Man 2, The Sinister Six, developed exclusively for the Game Boy Color, which I have no idea why anybody would want to do that, but they did. The PlayStation exclusive, Spider-Man 2, Enter Electro, and the Game Boy Advance exclusive, Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace, both developed by Vicarious Visions, who I believe is actually who created the Tony Hawk Pro Skater engine. The game features narration from co-creator Stan Lee and is the first Spider-Man game published by Activision following their acquisition of the license, which expired in 2014.
Huh.
What do you guys remember about the original Spider-Man game?
I can easily say I remember just pumping hours and hours with me and my brother. I remember just like, I don't know, it was Spider-Man was always a big part of our childhood growing up, and I just always remember having a good time and being a big fan. That just fandom for me. So.
What about you, Zenghilios?
This one's hard because I remember a lot. Like I used to play tons. The Spider-Man game behind me is my favorite Spider-Man game of all time. There's so much nostalgia in. But this one in particular, I played twice. Sorry, both times when I went to my friend's house, and I remember getting so mad because I couldn't figure out how to freaking swing a web. And he's like, "It's so simple. How can you not do it?" And I kept running into a building. I don't know why I couldn't get it, but I kept going straight into a freaking building, and I don't. It's just frustrating. All right, I couldn't figure out how to. That's what I remember from it to answer your question. That's all. That's all I got.
Now, which version of the game did you play? The PS1 version?
I believe so. I don't remember. I was like 8, maybe. I haven't played this game in a long time.
Now, we need to keep this in mind. Think about this. Every PlayStation 1 game had to be designed to be played without analog sticks.
Oof. That would be rough on this. I can see it, but it'd still be rough.
Can you imagine playing a game like this without analog sticks? It had to be possible, but can you imagine actually doing it?
I don't want to imagine doing that.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Because the original PlayStation shipped with what was similar to a Super Nintendo controller, no analog sticks, just like the PlayStation Classic. I think mine is right. I'll get mine out. I'll show you. I've got mine sitting right here, actually, my controller.
Now this is some real throwback.
Oh, it's hold on, it's tangled up. Give me a second. I'll show you guys.
Every time he swings a web, I just get a PTSD flashback.
Dude, I remember
this
that
game had to be designed for this controller.
Oh god, no, dude.
That's disgusting.
Can you imagine trying to play this?
Sony.
Can you imagine trying to play this with that game?
Dude, that just hurts my heart trying to.
Now
like,
they can be.
imagine.
Every game could be enhanced to use analog sticks, but it had to be able to be played that way because that's what shipped with the original PlayStation. And they couldn't count on the fact that people would actually get the new controllers.
Kids these days would have known about that.
I'm glad I didn't know about that.
Yeah, because I think the original DualShock came out. I think it came out for the PS1. I want to say, and then they refined it for the PS2. Actually, it wasn't even DualShock. It was just I don't know what it was called. Dual Stick. I don't know, because the original game, I think the original PlayStation controller did not have vibration built in. I think the PS2 is where they added it.
I did not know that.
I'm not 100% positive on that, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so this game for me, I actually didn't play this version of it. I believe the first time I played the Spider-Man game, it was on Windows. So I probably played the slightly better version of this, which allowed any joystick plugged into a computer. I don't remember playing it very long, and I always assumed this was the same game as what was on the GameCube. So now I'm befuddled, and I need to know if that's the same type of Spider-Man.
I just remember the really crazy Venom chase scene in that game, and I could never catch Venom, and then you would get like metal Spider-Man suit, and then you still couldn't catch Venom, and none of my friends could catch Venom. It was a tough game, man.
I just remember swinging into buildings.
Oh yeah, so the Spider-Man game from 2002 is not the same game. Huh, because it's based on the movie.
That's the game I remember.
Yeah, so I guess there was 2 different Spider-Man games in the span of 2 years. Both just called Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the one I have in my collection. That's the one I remember too.
How confusing is that, though? Like, the fact that there is 2 Spider-Man games, both with the name Spider-Man. Although, this one has the new font, so it is stylized differently. And it's based on the movie. Because I remember hearing the voice acting and thinking, that sounds a lot like Tobey Maguire.
Unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
My favorite
Triggered.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Chris, no. I love you, buddy.
Tobey
It's
Maguire. Best Spider-Man.
Ah, no. But
And
I
Tom
mean, yeah.
Holland's got that.
Bam! I'm with Zane. Well,
Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's funny that there's two different Spider-Man games that came out in the span of 2 years. One based on essentially the comic book series with its own made-up villain at the end, the Doc Ock symbiote guy that we discussed earlier, and then one based on the movie. So that's really different. And this game never got ported to new consoles other than the Dreamcast, which, rest in peace Dreamcast, but didn't go very far.
I want a remaster of this.
What's your favorite Spider-Man game of all time?
oh, man. Okay. So I got two of them and they tie, and I'm so sorry that I'm gonna bring both of them to you. But the newest one that Sony just made was fantastic. I mean, that one goes without saying. So I'm just gonna put that one to a side so I can finally talk about the game that deserves the credit it needs. Ultimate Spider-Man, dude. If nobody has played that game, yeah. See, good choice.
Isn't that one on the Vita?
I think
Yeah,
maybe.
it is. That's the one I almost bought recently.
I have 3 copies of this game. I have it on the Xbox, I have it on the GameCube, and I have it on one of my PlayStations. I don't remember which one, but this game is like the Ultimate Spider-Man game is the cartoon style version of like it literally. It's an animated version of the game, and you want to talk about like costumes? Like this game like littered the whole scene of just every costume that he's had up to that point, pretty much. Yep, that's it, Chris.
And you can play as Venom.
Yeah, you could play as Venom, and the fighting was fantastic. The web swinging was really good. Oh, this game just deserves so much more credit. And everybody forgets
that
about
seems to be very streamlined.
It's fantastic. Like the fighting was really cool, and everybody slept on it. Like it just wasn't really like a big hit.
Kind of like the entire life of the Vita.
Aw, no. Vita, I love you, buddy. You'll be okay.
No, this looks really good. I didn't even know this was a thing. Other than seeing a copy of it on eBay and almost buying it, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Buy it, Chris.
This is
buy
the
it.
Rhino mission.
Yeah, yes it is. Yep. This game so well done.
I so would go buy this, but I literally just spent a bunch of money on getting another copy of Shakedown Hawaii. So.
I followed that link after you did. I know, buddy. I also put the money down on that.
Did you really? You got the Wii U version?
Yeah, I did.
I got the $30 version. Anyways, as far as Spider-Man goes, my favorite Spider-Man is probably the Spider-Man 1 on the GameCube / Xbox / PS2. I really enjoy that one. I think it just hits just right with the humor and the fact that it follows the best Spider-Man story, the Tobey Maguire story, is just icing on the cake.
Ooh.
What about you, Zenghilios?
I never got to play the Spider-Man PS4 game, so I'm sure that game's great. I don't have a PlayStation, but for me, my personal favorite, which, like I said, the one behind me, the original Spider-Man movie game, definitely. I just remember beating that game. It's that funny story I was trying to tell you about. And I remember beating the game and playing as Green Goblin. I had no idea how I did it. I remember freaking out, like what the hell? How did I do this? And then my next playthrough, I couldn't figure out how to play them, and I got so mad. And I remember as a little kid, I would get mad depending on what costume I'd play. I didn't like the one that had the small spider on it, so I would straight up just restart the entire game if I couldn't get the right costume. And I remember being so particular about that. It was the Shocker mission in the subway station. Is when you get that suit, and I remember getting so frustrated that I wasn't wearing the suit I wanted. And but also, like Billy said, the Ultimate Spider-Man game, that last mission where you're fighting Venom at the top of the building with its rain, just such a beautiful mission, and not just gameplay but scenery, and getting to play as Venom, seeing the white spider come up. It's a nostalgia trip for sure. It was such a good game.
And then just for our own sake, what other superhero games do you guys really enjoy?
That's a really good question. Zang, I'm gonna let you take this one first because I got to think about that one.
I like DC Universe Online. It's a free game. You can literally create your own superhero, flying, super speed. I love that game. It's really corny and cheesy, but that's what I like about it. It doesn't take itself seriously, and open world, that's cool. And I also like Arkham Knight, Injustice 2. Love the Injustice games. And that's, yeah, basically the ones I love playing.
I'm gonna pick a game that a lot of people probably don't think about. I actually really enjoyed the Telltale series, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. Telltale does really well. Man, people should give them more credit. They kick butt.
F's in the chat.
They're
Again.
coming back, man.
Yeah,
Oh, they are?
They got a small, like, there's only a couple titles they're working on, but yeah, they're getting there.
I
I do
didn't know they were
remember.
coming back.
I do remember the shock value though when I booted this game up and everybody looked different from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie franchise. That did kind of throw me off.
Yeah, they kind of go old comics, like, especially with Gamora. Like, you could see it the best with Gamora.
Oh yeah, 100%. Rocket still, you can definitely tell who Rocket is, but everybody else is like, especially, was it Starkiller?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. I'm sorry, brain not working. Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy mixed in my head there. Yeah, Star-Lord. Sorry. Yes. And then, of course, Groot is far different. He just looks different. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I really like this game. This was a lot of fun. What about you, Bilbo Baggins?
Listen, it's not the first time, but I'd probably, if I have to make an honest pick, it kind of kills me because like I'm not like a huge Batman fan, but if I had to make my choice, it's either the one that everybody hates, which is Arkham Origins, because you get to play as Deathstroke, which I love that, and I think that was really Batman Arkham Origins was a really weird story, but it was really fun to play around as Deathstroke for the first time. Besides that, the other one, sticking with Telltale, I really like Batman's Telltale series. I thought they did a really good job with that one. It really kind of captured the detective side of it more than just like the combat aspect. And it really made you kind of dive into like Batman's narrative more than just like watching him go around like beating up thugs and stuff, which is fun. I love that. I mean, I'm a huge superhero fan, but it just dives into the psyche more than it dives into like just fighting.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to add to this conversation about Spider-Man from the PS1 days?
Please play Ultimate Spider-Man. Please play Ultimate
Yes,
Spider-Man.
please play Ultimate Spider-Man.
But also, the new one coming out on the PS5 should also come to PS4. Come on, Sony, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, Miles Morales.
Yes. I see zero reason why that can't be on both consoles. Like, a lot of games, sure. I could see why the up-resed Ratchet and Clank is a PS5 exclusive. Whatever, man. But this game's literally already on PS4.
Yeah.
Just put it on the PS4. Because there's no reason to do this other than to force people to upgrade. It
At
is
least
a
you
very.
guys have a PlayStation.
I actually didn't have an Xbox for a while. Truth be told, I just rebought my Xbox.
I'll send you mine, dude. I got you.
Billy's got the Spider-Man PS4. He's not a big Spider-Man fan or anything.
No, man. I hate Spider-Man.
Nah.
He's terrible.
As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Billy, not the best Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Go ahead.
And I'm Zang.
And Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST.
Playing Ultimate Halo.
Yes. CHRILLCAST.